Graham, welcome back to Expedition Extreme again.
Again.
I keep on putting you in front of my camera.
Yeah, and now I've got extreme weather as well. What's this all about? 42 degrees on the beach, not fun, right?
The last camp of the season, right? So I don't think we're going to be able to sit on the beach much longer.
Yeah, I think you're right. We're getting close to the end of it. This is our last one. Water's still cool enough to swim in, but it's really hot. So yeah, I think we're done for the summer, so packing down time.
Done. We'll have to head off to the mountains or do something like that.
Yeah, I'm feeling a trip up north, up into the Jebel Akhdar mountain there, and something
3,000 meters above sea level.
Stay cool for the evenings, lovely.
For sure.
I'm there.
Before we kick off the Q&A over here, let's talk about Dusty. You're the man. You're the man that has created the new
mascot. Let's call him the traveling mascot, Dusty.
Traveling mascot.
Well, your mission was complete. You had to take Dusty all the way to the Yemen border and bring him home. So you've done that, and not only that, you've brought him to the beach today to keep me company. I'm really pleased.
I think, well, he's sitting at home, he's pretty sad. He keeps on looking at the car and he's very upset. So when we packed up and came down to the beach, we had to strap him to the trailer and bring him along.
100%. I think Dusty should go wherever you go now. If it's Dusty drive it, well, here's Dusty and he's driving it.
He's pretty dusty right now after the trip coming down to the beach, but yeah, well, thanks again for, I don't know if I appreciate the mascot, the size. You could have got me something smaller.
Well, be careful what you wish for. You may end up with another one a bit smaller to have to deal with. So let's just wait and see about that, shall we?
All right. So, couple of questions. We've just aired the Rainmaker that we discussed while we were down in Salalah.
Okay.
And I've received numerous questions. I've picked the top couple of questions. So let's run through some of the questions coming in from the viewers and let's see if we can answer them. So first and foremost, where can I buy the Rainmaker, what's it, Rainman Water Maker from Mohammed S? Okay,
so the Rainman, we supply the Rainman. We have an agreement with Rainman from Australia to supply them to the region. So if anybody's interested, they can get hold of me.
Yeah.
My email is mr.mrgraham@gmail.
Stick it into the description below. So in the description below, you'll see the email address, get hold of Graham. And
we'll advise you on
it. It's various, it's different because obviously my needs might be different to your needs. You guys are running it on both your trailers. You've got 160 litres in both the trailers.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you've got 320 plus the water that you're carrying on your vehicle. So your water need is far higher than somebody. For instance, I'm running only 40 litres, so I might need a smaller one, right?
Yeah, no, agree. So when you look at a Rainman and you look at how you design it or configure it for your needs, it's about size and output.
Yeah.
So do you want a high output, or are you looking for a more compact unit that you can build into a vehicle? Then you've got different choices on the pumps itself, on the PSU, which is the pump that pressurizes your water. Now, do you want one with a built-in generator, or do you want one separate? So it depends on what you're trying to do. So
best is to send you the email, you'll have a conversation,
what you're trying to
and you can actually customize the build for the person and the needs and the necessities, where they're going, where they're going to be getting their water from and so on.
Correct. Do you want it portable? Do you want it fitted in? Different mounting brackets, all this sort of stuff comes into it. And plus all the little extras that you can get. You need the pickling solution. You need to be able to, you know, are you pulling brackish water, salt water? What are you doing? So all these things we can guide you on. And from there, if you're really keen, we can give you a price based on your design.
Yeah.
And then we're away. You place an order and we can order them up.
Okay, well, check the description below. Mohammed, go and have a look at that. Get hold of Graham and you can get the pricing and build it according to your needs. So the next question we got over here, so the cost we've just covered. So John, you asked about what does it cost. So the cost is, again, build it up to your needs. Can I run the Rainman off my vehicle from Stuart?
Can you run it off your vehicle? The Rainman that we're using, no. You're either running it off a generator, or you're buying a PSU. It has a built-in generator.
Yeah.
So to run it off a 12-volt system with this particular unit, no. There are 12-volt units available in the market, but it's not what we're doing with Rainman.
Yeah.
It's about output. 12 volt is very, very slow water production.
I think you mentioned in the show something like 800 psi, if I'm not mistaken. The psi, the amount of pressure that you're pushing through the membrane is so high, and you were basically pulling you had the, what was it, 20 horse Honda?
Yeah, so we had the Honda 20i.
Yeah.
That was the generator.
And that was revving at full rev, so basically it was working over the top, just trying to cope with the amount of power.
But we just had one specifically running that PSU.
Yeah.
Now, if you buy the PSU, the pressure unit, with its built-in generator, it's actually a Honda 10i, but it's built in. And the reason it can deliver the power to the unit, because they strip out all the wires, you're not trying to deliver electricity to anything else, it's purely to run that PSU.
All right.
And
so
that's what they build in.
You won't be able to utilize that if you run it and you want to utilize to charge your van or your camper or whatever.
No. So if you have the built-in generator, it's purely for that pump.
Water making.
So yeah, that's why we went with the generator plus the PSU, because I can dual use them both.
Ah, I see. All right, well, there's a number of other questions. We're not going to go through that. I think the easiest is, because this is, you build it to your needs, I think the best is to get a hold of Graham, send him an email, he can chat with you and they can customize the build for the Rainmaker or Rainman. Rainmaker, Watermaker, Rainman.
The Rainman Watermaker. Yeah, again, you're right. Look, it's all about knowing what you're trying to do and where you're trying to do it. If you're trying to pump water from X meterage away, all these things we can guide you on, because we've experienced it ourselves and we've been in situations where we've had issues and now we've resolved those issues. So it's all about what you want. So get in touch with us, we'll guide you and we'll help you from there. That's what really the best thing to do.
There's one more question over here that I got was, does the pump pulling the water from the ocean come standard with a kit? And this is from Peter. So you guys were running a pump that you were floating in the ocean on the high tide.
Correct.
So that pump specifically, that doesn't come with a kit?
No, that's a completely separate unit, because what you're now doing is you're pumping the water up to wherever your location is.
Yeah.
So to do that, we use borehole well pumps.
Yeah.
Semi-submersible well pumps, and they are really good because they don't suck up the sand. But again, if you're very close to the sea, like if we're here now, for example, sitting right next to the sea, I can put the Rainmaker here and put it straight in the water. And I can pump and push water up the hill, no problem.
Again,
it's all about what you're
where
using.
You're going to. If we've got waves here, it's basically like a lake over here. You wouldn't need to. If you've got swell that's coming through with a bit of a shore break, so on and so forth, you need to float it out with a buoy.
Absolutely. The Rainman has a certain lift height of 2 meters, right?
Yeah.
So anything above 2 meters, you've got to get water to it.
Yeah.
So that's why it gets interesting. But no, it's not a part of the kit, but it's available in the UAE.
Yeah. Everybody's got boreholes all over the
boreholes,
world, really. So.
And we would guide you and recommend you what we think is best based on our experiences.
Okay, fantastic.